Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Melissa with DIY with Melissa, and today I have a very fun project. I actually posted this on my socials and on Shorts last week, I think, or earlier this week, and I had a lot of feedback from it. Everybody wanting to know what I used, how I used it, how I made the design, etc. So we will head to the computer. I will show you that I did not actually make the design, but I will give you the design number for this project. I made these a few years ago actually for my nieces and my nephews and my godson. I did have one more niece to make it for, so I thought I'm going to do a tutorial right as I do it. It is the perfect gift for kids this holiday season. I did give it to them with a cocoa bomb and two cocoa stir sticks. It had like marshmallow on it, which I actually made. If you want a tutorial on that, let me know in the comments and I can get that going. So I am using these infusible ink sheets. I got these off Amazon and I really liked them because there's a few colors in it. I don't remember how many, but maybe like 20 actually colors. I only needed orange and black for the mug that I did, but if I want to do other projects, I always had this here laying around, and I've had it laying around for 2 years, and then I did this cup and I'm shocked at how nice it turned out. So without further ado, we'll head over to the computer and get this project started. We are back at the computer and I'm just going to show you what the image looks like. The image number for this one is M42C025E3. It's a really cute image, but I'm sure you could recreate this on your own. But if not, this is the image that you can pick up from Design Space. It is included in my subscription because I do subscribe to, I am an Access member, so this is included in the price that I pay every month. So we have the design up. You may have seen that the name portion is an editable image. So it allows you to change it, whatever name you want, and then whatever color. Because I'm using infusible ink sheets and I do have to weed this and put it back together, I didn't want too many different colors on the mug. And that's why I have it all black except for the nose, because it's easy enough for me to put the nose into the design with just the one piece have it to be cut. I'll go over to the table and show you just how I measure the design to ensure that it's going to be big enough for the mug. And I also only put this on one side of the mug. If a child is right-handed, you can put it on the front so that when they are holding it, it looks outwards. And then the same goes if they're left-handed, put on the other side so that it's out front when they're holding it. However you like to do your mugs, you can of course do. That's just how I do them. My own is size at 2.86 by 3.46. And again, I will show you that when we move to the craft table and how I got those measurements. So when you hit make, infusible ink sheets are used very much like how you would use um, vinyl. You do have to mirror it. Then the other issue is we have this problem here where it splits the name and the face up, and I want everything to be in the right order. I do want the name to remain in its place, and I want it to cut with the other parts of the design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ungroup the face, select only the eyes and the mouth portion that's black, and the name portion, and click on attach. And that just ensures that it gets cut exactly how it's sitting here. So I don't have to put anything back together. It will be in it will be in the way that I want it to be. As I said, the nose I can attach after. When I click on make, here is the face and the name all lined up nicely, and then the nose will be cut up. So again, you do have to mirror this, both of them, just to ensure that it can be pressed into the mug. We'll hit continue, and I will get to cutting. I'll meet you over back at the craft table, and I can just show you how I measured the cup, and we'll read the infusible ink together. So the infusible ink sheets are these ones. Cricut also sells them. I just got these ones off Amazon, and they come with a few different colors. And I accidentally wet mine, but that's okay. So it does come with a few different colors, and it tells you how to use it. Design a mirror, trim or use machine to cut, weed, and then you can press. So I am going to go ahead and get this cut. You don't have to use this one. You can use Cricut brand. This one was actually a pretty decent price, and I just wanted a little bit of each, which I've now ruined, but because as you know, it's just the nose being cut out of the orange portion. The black had a little bit more. We are placing the shiny side down. Before I move into that, I'm just going to go through how I got the measurements that I did. So as I mentioned, the size I am using is 2.86 inches wide. So about there. So like that. And about 3.3 inches high. So what I like to do is I like to measure up and down first, see what I have to play with, and then that usually determines what my width will be. So my height is usually what I play with first, and then that gives me my width. And what I was saying about the mug is if the person you're making the mug for is a left-handed person, then to me the design should be on this side. And then the same goes for if they're right-handed, the design should go on the outside here. So they're not looking at it, it's on this side. But this is completely up to you and your preference, so do as you see fit. Move that aside for now, and we'll get this going. So my project is ready. It's mirrored on my computer and all ready for me to cut. So I'm going to get this in the machine, and once I do, I'll be right back to cut the other portion. The nose is now cut out, and I'm just going to do the black portion now. So our black portion is now cut. I'm going to remove it from here. And we will get to weeding. So this has been weeded, and we'll weed our nose. Perfect. Now the good thing about this transfer paper is that it's really sticky. So place your nose onto your design so it looks like that. Our mug press is going to start heating up. I am just going to take a lint roller and roll off my mug just to make sure there's no debris on it. Like I said, this is very sticky, so it actually makes things so much easier to place it. Find the spot that you want to place it at. You want it to be as even as possible. Like I said, when we're drinking, we're going to hold it like this and bring it up. And I think I'm actually moving it over just a touch. Now, one thing about when you're using infusible ink, you can end up with blowouts, and we don't want blowouts. So how I'm going to ensure that that doesn't happen is I have some butcher paper here. I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to wrap the mug just like so. with the butcher paper, and I'm going to stick it with this heat protectant tape. I will link all of the supplies I'm using to my to the description here, because I really recommend using this heat protectant tape and doing it this way to avoid any blowouts. So I will tape the bottom as well. I'm more so going to do the side where the design is, because that's where the blowouts will happen. We'll do the top as well. Just like so. So this will hopefully ensure that we don't have any bleeding. Blowout is actually the word for it, but we'll say bleeding just to kind of get the idea of what I mean. So our mug press is ready. We're going to put our mug into the press. I am bringing it as close to this side as I can, because this is the side with the design, and I just want to make sure it's all covered. We'll close this and we'll let it go. Okay, our mug press has beeped. As you can see, I brought the heat pressing mat out, just somewhere to put my mug and then my glove, because this is extremely hot. How you know that your infusible ink transfer worked is when you can see through it this way. If you remember, just go back a little bit, you'll see when I place this, you could not see it through like this. I am going to go ahead and take the tape off very carefully because it's extremely hot. If you're using this tool, be very careful because you can run the risk of scratching your mug, and we don't want to do that, of course. A pair of tweezers will also work well. And there you have it. How gorgeous is that? The most adorable mug. Oh, I must have had a piece of the infusible ink right there, and that's why we have that line there now. But other than that, it looks pretty good. That's all right. Just be careful. Any little bits of infusible ink that might be on the paper will infuse onto your mug, just like I've done here. And this just goes to show you that I too am still learning and trying to remember all the little bits of things that I have to do. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had that little bit there. So just be careful when you're doing your projects that you don't have any little bits and everything is weeded nicely with nothing left behind. So yeah, we'll let this cool. Oh, look, I have another spot right there. We are going to let this cool completely. And there you have it. The most adorable mug ready for this holiday season for the kids. I think I mentioned it earlier, I can't remember now, but I did gift it with a little cocoa bomb and some cocoa stir sticks. And yeah, it was really adorable. Kids loved it. Has our names on it. It's their mug. Who wouldn't love that? So this is for my last niece, and that'll be it for me and these mugs. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and the bell button, and of course, subscribe to my channel to see more DIY videos. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous week ahead. Happy crafting, take care, and bye now.